Hey there, Leo, Sun Leo, Moon Leo, Rising. It's Maggie from Moon Directed. Welcome to my channel. Here we work with the energy to see how we can best utilize it to move our life forward in the most positive way possible. I do want to take a moment while I'm shuffling the cards to thank you so much for all your love and support throughout 2020. I really appreciate it. I know I first had COVID, and then I went on my healing journey, and it was a spiritual healing journey, and so I really was gone a lot, and yet you guys stuck by me, and you show up, and you leave me comments and support. Some people reached out by email, and it just all really meant so much, and so I want to take this time to thank you so much for that. I do want to encourage you that if you are a subscriber, and I appreciate it if you are, if you hit the notification bell, you will be notified when I upload a video or I go live. And speaking of going live, I have started going live every Monday night. I call it Monday Night Live. It's from 7:30 to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time in the United States. We pull cards for every sign, and then it was that one. I thought so. And then I go through and I answer, I do Q&A. So if you would like to participate in that this Monday, the 21st, because it's the solstice and because we have Jupiter and Aquarius moving into Jupiter and Saturn moving into Aquarius, I'm pulling cards from a very special deck of mine to help you with using that energy for the next few months, or maybe even the whole year with that energy. It's and then I will of course do the Q&A, and then for the 28th we're going to do health, wealth, love, and destiny for 2021. It's a year of change, so come and hang out with me. And then the biggest news I really wanted to share with you is I am starting a course called Discovering Your Destiny. We will meet once a week for the next 6 months. So January 9th, it'll start. If you want to check out the details on that, it is on the community page. I hope you'll at least check out the details, and then you'll go, yeah, I really want to do that. So, oh gosh, I just saw 222 on here, so that's excellent. All right, so let's go ahead and get into what you have going on for this month. It looks like Leo, like a time of change, something that you knew was coming, though. Okay, so this is my 9-card spread. If you've never been here before, welcome. If you have, I will just give you a refresher. So the key to the situation is right here. This is past, present, future, thoughts, feeling, actions. I do clarify your overall energy is the stork. The stork is, of course, long awaited change, right? Think of the pregnancy, right? It's something that you know is coming. Oh, look, you can see the little frog peeking at you. The frog is all about letting go and releasing what does not work for you in order to bring in what you need. It's about being willing to hop from this lily pad to the next, so being able to let go of what's not working. So here we have things are finally charging forward. That is some very speedy movement. Things are definitely going to start moving forward. I believe that the energy is such that really Capricorn season doesn't see so much of the speed as like really laying the final groundwork. And Capricorn season, by the way, I don't think I mentioned, this is December 21st through January 19th is the period that this will cover. And so this is a period of getting ready, because energy really will shift when we go into the Aquarius season, and the new moon in Aquarius is on February 11th, and that is the Chinese New Year, and there is good energy, really good energy supporting things moving forward then. And so I really want to encourage you to go ahead and start considering what changes you could start making during Capricorn season that sets you up for success. What can you do to help you to get to where it is that you're going from here? So here we go. The key to the situation is wow. The key to the situation is, if you look, this fairy is on a path through the obstacles. It is going to be feeling into your heart space in order to figure out how to navigate through the mountainous terrain of obstacles that are coming. I would like to point out to you that the sun is rising, and there is lots of, see the little purple orbs, the fairy orbs? There's a lot of support around you spiritually as you move through this obstacle course. Wow. That's a phrase. Okay. Not my choice of words at all there. So you have an obstacle course. It's in the heart space too, and I feel like there's a letting go, a need to release and let go of stuff that maybe. Oh, no wonder the frog peeked his little head in. I'm gonna put him back here so we can look at him. So there is a need to really release and let go of some things in order to bring yourself to the next stage here. I have to say though, this path doesn't look like it goes up through those peaks. It looks like it's cut through the mountains. And so I think that while it looks scary and ominous, that it's probably not quite as scary and ominous as it first appears. So in the recent past where you've been trying to figure out, oh wow, spirit, okay, where you've been trying to figure out and get more information on is where's the stability, where's the structure, where's the high ground, what is the perspective I can take from here. See the tower there? The tower's out. It's like you almost climb up in the tower and you're looking at the mountains and you're like, I have to take this journey and let me see if from here if I can get a good perspective to see where I'm going. The tower in Lenormand is not the tower in Tarot. This is security. And it is almost as though you have to leave this point of security and take the journey, because you can see the mountains in the distance here. And you could see the fairies all lit up waiting for you to take this journey. It is a journey that I feel like you had to prepare for mentally, emotionally, spiritually, physically. There is a journey out of this place of safety and security through the mountains for you. In the area of what needs to transition, what needs to change, we have the tree. Now, the tree is a lot of things. The tree is family and home and security. The tree is information and knowledge and growth. The tree is also your physical health. So if you've been on an actual physical journey, oh wow, especially if you've been pregnant and you're about to have a baby. So the transition, there's been a need to congratulations if you had a baby. There is a need to allow for growth, for pulling up of roots or setting down new roots in new places. I feel like the root energy is so strong in this one. If you look, you can see like the roots reach up out of the ground to get to the tree. And so this is something definitely regarding that. And I really want to, again, mention this could totally be that you need to make some health changes. And you know what's interesting is that during Capricorn season is when everybody tends to start thinking about their health, and that's just normal. Taking control. Capricorn season is about taking control of a situation. I think that might be why everybody, the New Year resolutions that everybody sets, it's about taking control of your life and being in large and in charge in your own world. And both of these cards have this perspective and this standing up above everything else and seeing things from a new vantage point and recognizing where it is that you need to find the control in order to create the changes at the ground level that you are looking. That stork is not flying. I feel like the stork has already landed and the changes are happening and moving forward, but we'll see where the cards go. So there is a need for you to really pay attention to your intuition and gain clarity on where it is you're going. The Moon card in Lenormand is about clarity of vision. It is hope. It is intuition. It is the divine feminine energy. And so this is really tapping into your intuition to really know where you're going. Also, I can't help but notice that, again, if you're pregnant, you might still be pregnant and you just have a little bit left to go. But you know, this actually looks like a first quarter moon, which would be you just had the baby. I don't know. It just feels that way for somebody. Okay. in the recent past, there's been a lot of anxiety about where's the joy and where's the happiness, where's the empowerment. This is the Sun card. And since Leo is represented by the Sun card in Tarot, when I see the Sun card in Lenormand, I also think this is about self-esteem, self-value, self-worth, this empowerment, this embodying the Leo part that every person has in them. But for you, it's even more potent. And so there's been some doubts and some anxieties about your own personal strength and power, which makes sense because this is about being safe and protected. And so there's definitely been some wondering about that. And since it's in the house where the mice usually reside, it's like cloudy days, but the clouds are breaking as you start moving forward. So basically in this position, it would be like getting the card in reverse. And so I feel like the sun is breaking through the clouds, and there you can see the way through as you start heading out. Oh gosh. And here are the mice showing up in the other spot. So you have a lot of anxiety over matters of the heart. We have this obstacle course here. We have the mice nibbling away at your sense of self-confidence, your sense of self-empowerment. I want you to remember that you have, okay, so there's these four orbs here. And I know that they represent spirit. So, but what I'm really seeing is the 4 archangels. So call on Saint Michael, Saint Gabriel, Saint Raphael, and Saint Uriel. Michael for protection and guidance. Gabriel to help you find your words and to channel through your intellect what you need to do. Raphael to heal your heart, and Uriel to really connect with your Akashic records and say, okay, so what was the lesson I needed to learn here so that I don't have to repeat this lesson? That's always the goal, is to get it the first time so we don't have to do that crap again, right? The obstacle here, wow, really been a burden. This has not been an easy time. There's a real burden here in the obstacle. There's a sense of loss. It's almost as though this fairy is sitting on a grave and has been there a while. Because look, the flowers and everything is growing up. So there's a real loss that's been ongoing, and there's been a need to accept the loss, the change. It doesn't have to be a loss, but it's a situation that has definitely been hard to accept the change of. The burden has really been accepting it feels like. The key to the situation is listening to your heart, following your heart to find your way through here. It's not the key, it's the movement forward. It's the next step, it's the next action, is following your heart through the obstacle course. I think you're going to have to set down roots someplace new, and roots could be roots in a new job, a new living situation. Maybe you have to leave a community and move a new place. Could be about your health. This could be about doing things to, maybe you're having difficulty with your health. Leos often have difficulty with cholesterol issues, heart-related, blood-related issues. It's the nature, I was going to say the nature of the beast, but that sounds wrong when I'm talking to Leo. But it is very much, you rule the heart and all things associated with the heart. So things like your iron level, your anemia, your because this is an action-oriented place. So it's about really, getting out there and doing the cardiovascular with your doctor's approval, maybe reducing You might be somebody, like I find Leos often produce a lot of natural cholesterol in their body, and so eating oatmeal to help your body to remove that. Oatmeal is a really great fiber for picking up the cholesterol that's floating through the blood system to release it. Feels like heart blockages. So for some of you, scheduling that appointment to see your doctor if you haven't already done so. When I see these things in a row like this, feels like a very much of a health issue. Hormones that are transported through the blood. So maybe your hormones are out of balance also. So that could result in things like thyroid issues, insulin issues, other adrenal situations. Might be time, because what I see here is there's a situation that's still eating away at in the heart space. And so if you have not seen a doctor, if you're trying to self-diagnose, make the appointment. And it could be like this is the cross, like on the cross of the Red Cross kind of thing, and that you're waiting to see a doctor, and that's been an obstacle. Make the appointment. Eventually he should be able to get in. Yeah, so the outcome is you need to be clever. You need to be moving forward in a way. This fox, though, is listening to the fairy for guidance. So really being clever while listening to your intuition. So if it is a medical matter, for instance, get a second opinion. If you are uncomfortable with the diagnosis and you need more information, get it. WebMD is not a doctor. Just going to throw that out there. And I'm not going to say I don't check WebMD when something's going on, but it's not a doctor. I feel like you need test. I feel like maybe the difficulty has been getting the test, because a burden, a test is another way to call a burden, and it looks like you're just waiting for some information. So waiting and waiting. But with these little guys moving forward down there, I think that, things are going to move forward in baby steps. Okay, I just heard baby steps. So, if it is a health situation and it's a matter of changing your diet and, don't get discouraged. Be clever. A fox always knows how to provide for itself and to do what's right and it's in its best interest. And so, but this may take, baby steps. Like, okay, so, and having grace for yourself if like, okay, well, I'm going to lose 50 pounds this week. Okay, well, no, you're not. But maybe today, you can choose to have a healthy snack as opposed to a bag of popcorn or something like that, because popcorn's really not a healthy snack. Popcorn contributes to the inflammation in your body. And inflammation when you're having heart issues is a big deal. It also has salt, another problem for hypertension. So if you're looking for fiber, have a bowl of oatmeal. Just saying. In case you didn't know, I have a degree in nutrition and dietetics. Okay, this is going to take some time. This is definitely going to take some time. In whatever this change, this shift, this journey through, you have a time-oriented card that came out that says autumn. And it says release the old and rest. And so I think part of this is releasing old patterns that are not working for you, taking care to get enough rest, allowing yourself time to heal through whatever this situation, this change is. But again, that 9 months comes up, right? Because autumn would be 9 months from now, because we're at the solstice and we won't be to the fall equinox until, well, I guess it depends on where you are. So maybe for some of you it's 3 months if you're in the southern hemisphere. If you're in the northern hemisphere, we're looking at 9 months. So it feels like a time. Whenever I get these cards, it always feels like a timing issue. So, but it's also release the old and rest, It's also that period, that space through the holidays where we're letting go of the old year and getting ready for the new year. And right now, the energetic shifts are really intense, and I don't know anybody who's not exhausted. Literally, they may not know what's happening, but they're shifting. It's so interesting to me to see people who don't fully understand what's going on with the cycles, and yet they're feeling it. They're feeling it. They're like, I'm just so tired these days. I have no idea. I'm trying to clean up my diet. I'm trying to drink more water because I don't know why I'm so tired. I'm going to bed early. And those are great things to do. So I say nothing. I'm like, yeah, I know I'm really tired too. Because I'm having to do all those same things, but I know that it's because we have this energetic shift going on that is really intense. Like the energy of the planet is completely shifting and changing, and it's you can't not feel it. So this is an interesting one. In the heart space, you have be independent but work together. And again, I feel like this is following your intuition. This is like there is a situation where you're going to have to get information, gather information, have help to navigate through, right? The fairies are helping. There's like all this guidance, but at the same time, you really need to listen to your heart and maintain your independence. This is also a card of independence here. So maintain your independence, but work together. So if this is a health issue, then that's working with your healthcare providers. If you're a new parent, it's working together with your parenting partner. If this is a new work situation, working with new people that you're working with, whatever the situation is, if it's a new love relationship, doesn't feel new. But if it's a relationship issue, maintain that I'm important and I matter, but at the same time, I'm working together with you to resolve these issues. But never forget to follow your own inner wisdom and guidance, right? The fox is listening to his guidance. Collaboration, synergy, all important things. But the thing about synergy and collaboration is you show up too, and the other person shows up, and you each have your ideas and your thoughts. And together you work and you come up with something, right? Wow. Okay. This appears to be the card for the month. It showed up in a couple of private readings I did. It showed up, this is the only second one I've done for the monthly, but it showed up for them too. And it's God gave me, and that was Taurus. So if you have Taurus strong in your chart, they're really doubling down on this. God gave you such great spiritual power that everything you visualize eventually becomes reality. Hold a steady vision of that which is beautiful, healthful, positive, and filled with blessings. And that is what you will experience. And so again, visualizing what it is that you want. Staying clear on where you want to go. If what you don't, so if it's a health issue, you focus on what it feels like to have good health, and you visualize that, and you take the baby steps toward it. If it is that I need a new job, a new career, I'm going to make some changes here, you visualize how you will feel when you have that new job, and not, how will you feel to be working the right amount of hours that fits your lifestyle, or making the right amount of money that fits your lifestyle, or how will that career make you feel appreciated? People take a job for money, but they stay for appreciation every time. Oops, sorry. And sometimes we overstay because we feel appreciated. So you have to decide what's really important. Does that really serve all our needs or not? So there's that. What else was I going to say? So the health, wealth, partnership. Does this partnership make me feel good about myself? And so if the answer is no, then there's your answer, So partnerships that doesn't mean that you can't make adjustments in the partnership by working together, but it's important that you feel good about yourself, right? And so... All right. I just got momentarily distracted there because when I was the career thing, I saw Tom Brady. So Tom Brady is a Leo, and he took he stepped away from the Patriots to work with Tampa Bay, which, by the way, since I'm a Tampa Bay Bucks fan, I'm super excited about, and a Michigan fan, so that was happy days for Maggie. But here's the thing. He did it because he needed more family time. And when you work for the Patriots organization, he was very involved in so many of the different aspects. But by going to a new organization, there were less demands on his time in his career, which allowed him more time with his family. And so sometimes those kind of choices and decisions have to be made too. So he's still doing what he loves, but he's also understanding that it is about working together. So it's independent, but working together, right? So what do you need to do? So your final piece of guidance from Spirit for the month is peace. This situation here, it requires you to take the time to look at it. It's like the same thing, right? Take the time to breathe, take the time to meditate, to be calm. No matter what the situation, since the movement forward is about the heart and this is peace, breathing meditatively, just focusing in on your breath will clear the mind of the monkey noise chatter and bring in the sense of peace. Okay. So it slows everything down, which is somehow really important, which is kind of random advice when you think about how busy we've been. But here we've got the stork standing still and the little ones are moving forward super fast. And so there's this change is going to take time, and there's this speed energy about it. And so there's this need to really slow it down, and slow it down through your breath. It says, I breathe deeply knowing that all is well in my universe. And so, and so in those stressful moments, just take a moment to exhale, and then inhale through the nose, nice and slow to the count of 5, and exhale to the count of 5. And focus on the breath, and that will help you to regain your center. And that's something you could do in the middle of a traffic jam, in the middle of chaos around the house. What I just saw, oh my God, that's funny. Okay, so what I just saw was somebody must have used liquid dish soap in the dishwasher because there's water and suds all over the kitchen floor. Take a moment to breathe before you clean up or you get someone to help. Just breathe. It's like, it didn't take much to agitate things up to make them spill over. It doesn't even have to be dish soap, right? It could be anything, like some small, little, seemingly harmless decision seems to have created an abundance of problems. Breathe. Just breathe. You can do this. All right. I hope I see you here tonight. 21st, we're going to cover, this transit and the solstice energy. Really great card I picked to use tonight. I'm really excited about that. And then next week on the 28th, we're going to cover health, wealth, love, and destiny for 2021. This year of change. And of course, if you have any interest at all in my course, Discovering Your Destiny, the details are on the community page. Really look forward to connecting with you soon. You take care. Happy New Year. Welcome to a year of change.